Dear all, in this video, let's look into another disastrous event, landslides. Landslides denote any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. This could be the movement of a mass of rock, debris, which refers to the pieces from something that has been destroyed earlier, especially in an accident or earth. These landslides are called submarine landslides. Causes of landslides are usually related to instabilities in slopes. These instabilities might be caused because of some geological causes. Rainfall, snowfall, and earthquakes are few of the geological causes. Slope angle variation, vegetation changes, soil erosion are few samples for morphological causes. Topographical changes, tectonic activities are due to some physical causes. Deforestation, excess amount of groundwater drawdown, destruction of vegetation and land use for the construction of roads, houses, excess vibration, mining and quarrying are few of the human causes for instabilities in slopes. This picture tells us the types and classification of movements and its terminologies according to the material where it is occurred. How the movement is called if it is occurred in bedrocks, and how the movement is named when it is happened for coarse grained soil and fine grained soil as well. Worldwide, landslide activity is increasing due to the increased urbanization. Urbanization refers to the population shift from rural to urban areas and their development. And the second thing, living in landslide prone areas and continued deforestation of particular landslide prone areas, increased amount of rainfall in a particular geographical location which is caused by changing climate patterns. How the effects of landslides can be minimized. Passive intervention techniques are cost effective and continually available within an environment. A safe location has to be chosen for building construction, steep slopes should be avoided, and the places where landslides have occurred in the past should also be avoided. Prevent deforestation and vegetation removal, plant more trees. Addition of water from rainfall and snow melt adds weight to the slope and it causes weakening of slopes, which should also be avoided. And active preventive intervention techniques are as follows. So the first one is reforestation is the best way of preventing landslides. As the root systems bind materials together, it prevents water percolation and also soil erosion. Runoff water must be provided with the proper canalization network. A good ground drainage is essential to prevent saturation and further weakening of slopes. Effective land use regulations and codes based on science research must be followed. Nets, retaining walls, and major civil works have to be done to mitigate the effects of landslides. The non-structural measures which have to be followed are to educate the public about signs that a landslide is about to happen anytime so that personal safety measures may be taken. Financial mechanisms should be established at the event of landslides and insurance should be provided. A lawful framework should be created and strengthened to direct a governmental or private program to reduce landslide losses. Finally, landslide hazard mapping and use of GIS plays a tremendous role in disaster management. Landslide hazard zonation of the vulnerable areas should be done. It can be done with the help of remote sensing and ground truth data, and landslide hazard zone map should be created. Such maps are used to develop mitigation plans in consultation with experts. In case of risk assessment, the vulnerabilities and risks should be assessed in landslide prone areas. For example, it has to be firstly focused on the slope areas and it should be categorized like stable and unstable slopes. History of landslides should be recorded in both the cases. Then risk should be prioritized. And finally, cost of assessment and cost of controls should be measured. Preparedness and safety measures to be followed before a landslide. First of all, find out if there exists a history of landslides in the particular area. Look out for landslide warning signs like doors or windows jammed for the first time, new cracks appear in walls, bricks, foundations, retaining walls, and tilt of utility poles or trees. Plan to relocate in case your house is located in an area particularly vulnerable to landslides. Remember not to build your home on unstable slopes, minor drainage hollows, old fill slope, and steep cut slope. Do not cut down trees or remove vegetation or avoid slope weakening. Always stay alert and awake. Listen to radio, television for warning signs of intense rainfall, storm, and weather. During a landslide, unusual sounds might be heard which might indicate the moving of debris, trees cracking, or boulders knocking together. Sounds like flowing or falling of mud or debris may indicate larger flows. While you are outdoors during a landslide, try to get out of the path of the landslide or mud flow by running to the nearest ground or away from the path. If you are near a river, expect a sudden increase or decrease in water flow or a change from clear to muddy water. In such scenarios, move quickly to safer areas. While you are indoors during a landslide, stay inside and remain alert. Listen to radio or television for any update. If your house falls apart due to landslide and if there is no escape, hold on to something strong and protect your head. After a landslide, stay away from the landslide area as there may be a danger of additional slides. Do not drive any vehicle. Expect flooding which may occur after a landslide. Check for injured or trapped persons near the slide without entering the slide area. Help neighbors who may require special assistance like kids, elderly people, and disabled people. Listen to local radio or television stations for the latest emergency information. Look for and report broken utility lines to appropriate authorities. Check the building foundation, walls, and surrounding land for damage. The safety of the areas needs to be assured before reoccupation. Thank you all.